David Cobley. Now these days he's a professional painter, but it hasn't been an easy path.
Tell me about yourself, where are you from?
I'm originally from Northampton, and I live in Bath now and work in Bath.
A full-time artist, are you?
Yes, I am, yeah.
So did you study to be an artist?
Well, I went to Northampton College of Art and did a foundation there, and then went to Liverpool College of Art and only lasted one term and dropped out.
Why was that?
I came across a strange religious cult called the Moonies.
Right.
And joined them. I mean, I'm a full-time painter now and I'm no longer a Moonie, but it's been a circuitous route to becoming a full-time painter.
You've got to face 3 judges, experienced,
Yeah.
well respected, and they'll guide you the right way or say maybe you're not good enough.
Yeah,
I mean, how are you going to deal with that? Yes, how will
Yeah.
you deal with that, do you think?
I don't know. I'll play it as it comes, really. I'm looking forward to meeting the judges, and if they have criticism, then fine.
Fantastic. If you can get 2 judges to say yes, you'll be off to this exhibition.
Wow,
Would that be the recognition? Would that be the step forward to the bigger plan for the
It might be. I mean, again, I'll just wait and see.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck. The judges await.
All right.
Away you go through those doors, sir.
Thank you.
David's had to make big changes in his life to achieve his dream of painting professionally. If he gets through to the exhibition, it could be his chance to make his name. It all hangs on what the judges make of this oil on linen painting. Does it have the originality, the technique and emotional impact they're looking for?
Welcome to the Hanging Committee, David.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce your work, please?
This is a piece that I call All By Myself, and it's a series of 81 self-portraits, 80 in the style of artists whose work I admire, and 1 in the style of my own. I was never very confident in who I was as a painter, and this painting was an attempt to address that.
It's clear this picture means a lot to David, and if it goes on sale at the RCA, he could stand to make some serious cash.
What price would you put on this very complex, detailed work?
Well, I'd like £100,000 for it.
Wow.
I know that's a lot of money.
Presumably you've not sold any other work for anywhere near that.
No, I haven't.
What kinds of amounts do you usually sell your work for?
The most I've ever sold a piece for is 15,000.
Do you mind if we have a closer look?
No, please do.
At 100 grand, David's reaching for the stars. But if he doesn't please the panel, his hopes of selling his work will be dashed.
Yeah. And we must go for Picasso.
Yes.
And
Darling.
Yeah.
And Chuck those.
Yeah.
Greet.
Although the judges are enjoying spotting their favourites, this painting's all about David. Can the judges identify his unique style?
Okay.
Yeah. Holbein?
I think that's Leonardo.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm guessing this is you, your style.
Yep, well spotted.
David, we'll ask you a few questions now.
Yeah.
That's all right, starting with Charlotte.
What did the work achieve in terms of, did it sort you out as a painter? Did it help you?
It did, yes. I remember sort of about 6 months later feeling freed from this kind of fixation with style.
So it was an exercise in
Yeah, it
finding
was.
yourself?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
great, thank you.
I see these individual portraits as weak imitations with your face in there. What more does it have than a repetition of 81 weak portraits of yourself?
And I think you're being provocative. I think it explores identity, the question of identity, in quite an interesting way. The artists I include are people whose work I admire and who have influenced me. And the people closest to the centre are the people that have influenced me more than, let's say, the people on the outside. They are pastiches.
They are not weak pastiches.
They are very well painted.
They're well painted.
Yes.
If you look at any artist there and you put it up against the original, it's clearly not as good, anywhere as good as the original. It is David's hand 81 times with a style. Yes, no, but you can't knock that out of the ballpark. It is what I said it is. They are weak compared to the original artists.
In terms
That's what
of
they are.
current portraitability, some of those are superbly painted. There's no question about that. I agree with you. Some of them are weaker than others, more jokey, deliberately jokey of them. But to call it a weak pastiche is completely.
I didn't call it a pastiche.
We're curating an exhibition of painting, and there is some very, very fine painting in that, and I can point it out to you if you like.
I would like to point out that what I'm not doing is saying that these are bad images. What I said
Well,
was...
why did you call this a weak pastiche, man?
I never used the word
Get it
pastiche,
right.
David.
Well, they might be getting hot under the collar over a word, but there's no doubting our judge David's passion for this painting. What could it mean for this artist's chances?
I was asking questions because I find this work potentially very exciting, and I need to be rigorous, otherwise I may dismiss it.
Sure. I think we can probably summarise our views now, David. Charlotte first.
It is original, even though you're using other people's styles, because you have a purpose to it in terms of self-discovery. And technically, I do think you're a very, very competent painter. The emotional content may be more difficult for us because it's copying and we love spotting them, but does it go beyond that? I'm not sure.
I think it's completely original. I think there's heaps of skill in there. My emotional response is there because you've satisfied my questioning about what this means and why I'm looking at it.
Originality, yes, it's very original. I think probably you ought to consider doing something which is vaguely insulting, which is putting it on a tea towel or some kind of design, because people will buy it for that reason. Technique, I think you're a superb painter. Emotional involvement, I think emotional involvement's not applicable here. It's a piece of good fun. I think we'll make our decision now as to whether we include it in the exhibition at the Royal College.
By choosing to share such a personal work, David's laid himself bare to the judges. Will 2 out of 3 endorse his work to win him a place at the exhibition?
I think it's an exercise. I'm actually going to say no.
Roy?
Roy's been critical so far, so how will he use his vote?
Contrary probably to my fellow judges' beliefs of what I've been thinking about this picture, I'm going to say yes.
So it's all now down to David. Will he put it through to the exhibition?
It's a weak pastiche. Yes. I like it very much.
Thank you. Thanks for the tea towel idea.
David's got his 2 yeses and he's off to the Royal College of Art. But the £100,000 question is, will he manage to bag a sale? David is loving this exclusive exhibition. He's fielding guesses left, right and centre from guests keen to test their knowledge of art history. But the real test will be whether anyone makes him an offer he can't refuse. Like all our successful artists, David's work is up for sale, and you've got to admire the man. He's stuck to his guns with a guide price of £100,000. If any of the gallerists, collectors or members of the public here tonight fancy taking this painting home with them, they have to make a secret offer to the independent sales team. They can offer as much or as little as they think it's worth and bid for as many pieces of art as they wish. The agent will take a 10% commission and the rest will be David's to keep. David will have to wait until the sale is over to find out if anyone here has pockets deep enough to afford his picture. But for now, he's just lapping up the attention.
David's piece is my absolute favourite in the entire show. I could look at all of the 81 different portraits within it for hours.
What about the price? Do you think you're going to sell it for £100,000?
I doubt it very much.
Or is that pitched because you don't really want to sell it?
No, I would like to sell it. I would like to sell it at roughly that price.
Well, I hope somebody makes you a decent offer.
Thank you, man. Just a little something to thank you and to help you with the washing up.
This is because I said that you should market it as a tea towel.
Exactly right.
Isn't that marvellous? God, I'll treasure that. I'll put that with all my bits and pieces. That's really marvellous. Thank you very much. Really, really wonderful.
So there was plenty of praise and fun with the faces, but did anyone stump up the £100,000? Time for David to hear the results of the sale.
Okay, moment of truth for you. There was a whopping £100,000 price tag on this. Did you really want to sell this?
Yes, I would like to sell it very much.
Okay, well, we didn't have any offers in the region of £100,000. In fact, we didn't get any offers at all. Are you disappointed? Are you surprised?
I'm not at all surprised. I mean, it's a huge price tag, and I'm not surprised that nobody's offered that amount. And that's okay. It's been a great experience, and who knows what might be the result.
It's been a real pleasure meeting you. I wish you the best of luck.
Enjoyed it.
For your